A lot of people have said that that crisis is a brainchild of some level of imposition from some key members of the party. Do you believe so?
Imposition, not, no. But you see, you cannot find a solution to a problem if you don't understand the beginning of it, how it all started. You could recall that at the inception of our victory, the issue of National Assembly came up. And the first person that made a statement was the President and Commander-in-Chief, President Muhammad Buhari, when he said clearly to the world that he does not want to interfere in whatever is happening at the National Assembly because of his kind of person. So you see what is called freedom at the apex, total freedom for the boys and the men in the house to do whatever they want to do. That's the history of this. So because of that statement, definitely, the governors never got involved, the party never got involved. But when we saw that it's getting out of hand, the struggle for who occupies the Senate President and the Speaker went out of hand, and there was, we saw the likelihood of APC losing the presidency of the Senate. Because if you understand, APC has only 59 members of the Senate, while PDP has 49. And so what that means is that if the two candidates are looking for this position, the likelihood they are going to share their 59 votes will be there. And the likelihood that anybody in PDP would have emerged and become a Senate President would be the issue. So we're faced with that challenge. It's just all about, we didn't come in when we ought to have come in. And
so that's a mistake of the party.
Things went too far. Would you call that a mistake? It isn't a mistake, really, because we took a lot of things for granted, believing that maybe PDP wouldn't have shown any interest. And that's the reason why today we have the
but shouldn't the APC even be grateful to the PDP for not even showing interest in bringing forward a candidate? They could have.
No, we're not grateful to them. They played a game that was also very, very smart. That's what gave them the deputy Senate President. PDP ought not to have a Senate President in an APC administration. Well, as APC member, it didn't go down well with us because having a PDP deputy Senate President will strengthen the party in the Southeast for PDP. That's political now. But if you're talking about whether it comes to Southeast as a share, of course, every Burman will say, look, we'll have a deputy Senate President. But in the party formation, the party structure is not good for the party. And that is why what you have there is a PDP deputy Senate President. It's not an APC deputy Senate President.
So what is the party planning to do now? Because we heard that some people are saying that Ekweremadu should go, Senator Ekweremadu should go, and the party is saying they want an APC deputy Senate President.
In this situation, what you should have is APC Senate President, APC Deputy Senate President, APC Speaker, APC Deputy Speaker. That's what gives you the control of the House. Anytime you have a president, and you have a president of APC, and you have principal officers of the House that are not party members, the likelihood they're going to have challenges in passing most of their bills will be there. So naturally, for smooth running of government, every principal officer should be an APC member.
But with this case now, what would you do as a party?
Well, it's done, it's done.
The deed is done.
It's done. The party has endorsed the leadership of Seto Saraki and Dogara. That's the position where we're at now. But you see, we cannot be crying over a spilled milk. It's done, it's done. And we're hoping that they will amend this as time goes on. I mean, we'll get things right the way it is. But like I mentioned to you, what is before us now is how we can make sure we accommodate our party members to stay in unity, because their disunity also will affect the smooth administration of President Muhammad Buhari somehow. So we believe that this is a time for them to come together as a people, as a party that went through hell getting power. And we must never go to hellfire and get power and come to heavens and drop it. So that's not good for us. So when you talk about politics now and party, listen, I'm an APC member and I will defend APC. Because I know what I suffered as a person under the PDP administration. I know the level of impunity I suffered under the PDP administration. So we are bound to protect our party. This is all that's brought us to where we are today. And we must defend it and protect the party.
I remember shortly before the second leg of the election which sealed your victory as a returning back to the governor of Imo State. You said in a town hall meeting that there are a lot of positions that would have come to the people of the Southeast if they had given APC more prominence and presence and their vote in the Southeast. Do you think that with what we have on ground now, Senator Ekweremadu is not a bitter pill?
Now, let me tell you, this is a pains. I hate to remember this old memories. It's very painful, and I speak with a lot of pains in me that we have to lose key positions because my people never saw this coming. We all had our eggs in one basket, except for some of us who stuck our neck and making sure that at least the Southeast have a say in what happens in this APC government. It would have been dangerous, it would have been disastrous if we never stuck our neck, some of us. We would have had a nation today being run without the Igbo nation. That's the danger that is it. And because our people were crying more than the bereaved, politically. And that's why all the attention of PDP was in the Southeast and South-South, because that was the stronghold, so to say, of PDP. And they never wanted to give APC any chance in that area. We suffered impunity, we suffered harassment of all sorts. So coming again to see that after all this that I've gone through, that the same PDP we have defeated is coming now to have a say in the Southeast, it's not going down well with me, particularly as a person.
And so you're just going to allow you go like that?
No, how would I allow you go? Because it's a struggle for political power.
That the deed is done, we should not carry over a spearmint.
No, the deed that is done for now, there's nothing you can do.
You didn't quite answer my question as regards imposition. A lot of people said, for example, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila would have become the speaker if he doesn't have some strong hand of godfather within the party behind him. They wanted a speaker, they wanted a Senate president that is not backed by a godfather. And that's the reason why they went for Dogara, for example.
Yeah, but let me tell you. You see, there's something that the whole Nigeria seemed to misplace somehow. I standing here, President Muhammad Buhari, Vice President Banjo, we're all product of zoning. Directly or indirectly, where we say our party has zoning or no zoning. But somehow, in the spirit of fairness, this zoning comes up from time to time. Now, the question is, if you have 6 principal officers in the National Assembly, either the Senate or the Federal House, it's only fair and equitable that each of these zones would have a share, would have at least one person. First of all, to give them a sense of belonging, to command national loyalty for the government, and to make sure that no zone or people felt left out. I think that's what is main issue, not about godfatherism. It's just a principle of equity and fairness.
You don't believe there is godfatherism in your party?
There's no godfatherism. But from who? By who? It's a theoretical fabrication that does not reflect any practical reality. Sometimes they say Asiwaju Tinubu was. No, I've not seen. If I've seen, he would have come up one day to tell us that he was this done. What we're seeing at the National Assembly is a position where how do we accommodate Femi Gbajabiamila? Now, Femi Gbajabiamila, having scored very high votes at the Federal House in his contest against Dogara, who is now the Speaker of the Federal House, and the party wants to make peace to accommodate him. How will you then accommodate him when already the Deputy Speaker is from the Southwest? Now, if you give him the leadership of the House. Federal House, it means that one of the zones, either Southeast or Northeast, will have no position. Now, this is the problem that we have. So we're saying, and everybody feels that Femi Gbajabiamila has played a very key role in fighting for this party, even at the Federal House. It should be considered for something. But this is where, so which one do you consider? Considering Femi Gbajabiamala's feelings and giving him a position, or rejecting an entire zone? I think that's what you must understand is our challenge. And that's why we set up a committee now, led by Governor Tambuwal, to look into it, to sort this matter out. But it will not be fair to see that the entire Southeast has no representation at the National Assembly in terms of principal officers. It wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair that the North Central will have nobody.
Who were the proposals brought to the table by the different sides?
The meeting was mainly how to accommodate those who ran for this election, like Senator Lawal, Femi Bajamila. Now, how do you accommodate them, and how would you handle the issue of zoning? This is the difficult position we find ourselves. Now, like the case of Senator Lawal. Senator Lawal was at a point, in quotes, the choice of the party. And he was obedient to whatever the party have said. He obeyed the party and went by party instruction. And shortly after that, this whole election took place, and he lost. Now, the party felt their candidate lost. But there's a limit to what a party can do when it comes to the National Assembly, which is independent, which is not 100% APC. The point we keep forgetting is that Senate is not 100% APC. Federal House is not 100% APC. So party decision or intervention could have worked if we had total 100% control. So if you say you must be this person, and this person goes and says, listen, let me work with other people, you will lose it. So right now we're trying to see how we can mend friends, but we're able to establish yesterday that both parties have embraced each other as brothers, having come from a big struggle. I do not know why at this time we should be talking about these positions, forgetting how it all started. That the intention was to get PDP out of the way. And I'm sure whether Senate President Saraki or Speaker Dogara or Senator Lawal or Bajamila, if they had been asked to sign that, will you not run for any position, but for us to win the presidency of Nigeria, all of them will sign. So that's why we let them understand that, listen, the time has come when sacrifice has been made for the sake of this party.